For the land of the free.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. It's the NBA Live on 2K Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. Moments away, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Chris Paul is still searching for his first title. He came close in Houston but was traded and by some was written off as over the hill. CP said, "I control what I can. That's preparing to play every night. Doesn't matter how successful my season was or wasn't, I'm always going to strive and push myself." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, DA. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Lecque Rubio is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. And for Phoenix, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Booker and Bridges are the wings. And it's Paul in at the point guard. Pass to Booker. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple.
He just lights out in terms of his scoring. Devin Booker's calling card.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for Oklahoma City. It's a three-point game. To the middle, here's Gallinari. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Paul. Booker finds Saric. And no good. Adams, some nice D. It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
Now, here's Rubio. Shoots the 3. Saric grabs the board. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Paul with the ball, now defended by Adams.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Rubio against Paul. Oubre outside. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Booker the pass to Paul. Good D by Rubio.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Oubre, right side. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I could see that that contact really didn't bother Oubre Jr. on that possession.
Paul against Gallinari. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The shot's good from Paul.
Paul takes pride in scoring past the defense. He's used to getting roughed up a little bit. Sometimes he causes most of that, though. True grit from the little man.
Now, here's Rubio. Phoenix leading by 3. Paul with the ball. Inside, it's stolen by Adams. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Buries it from three-point range.
And Rubio just waiting for the shooter to get open and then gets the assist.
Paul looking over the floor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Gallinari.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line.
And at the charity stripe a season ago, he didn't miss many, 90% on the year.
First one falls for him.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Aaron Baines comes in for Saric, and it's Johnson in for Mikal Bridges. Both free throws good from Paul. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics. Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have, man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here is Rubio, following the score by Phoenix. Pass to Gallinari, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
The Suns leading. There's a minute left to play here in the first. Paul finds Booker. Kicks it out to Paul. And the pass to Johnson. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Down low. Here's Adams. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Adams has got 5 points so far.
Gallinari does such a great job of recognizing the floor space, and that time, credit him with the assist.
Here's Booker. Gallinari with the steal. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Gallinari. Chalk up two there. He's got 6.
And they ran that pick and roll extremely precise. The result was a good look for Gallinari.
For 3, Booker, and no good on the last second attempt this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Thunder lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but like we may lose a game here or there, but you know, everybody's still, you know, happy for each other. You know, we just trying to build.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Booker and Johnson fill out the wing. Andre Ayton out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Carter in at the point. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. And Rubio kicks to Gallinari. Johnson against Green. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And here are the Suns now. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Here's Booker. Shot, high post. That one doesn't drop. And the Thunder going the other way now.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari is proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
You think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick, going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal. And his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report. The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor. Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Booker. 6 points for him. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for the Suns. On the wing, Booker. Just 5 on the clock. That's a bucket. His 3rd of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
Booker doing a great job of taking advantage right now of the defense.
Rubio the pass to Noel. Gallinari surveying the D. Noel against Baines. And Gallinari throws it down.
Watch out below. Gallinari gets up there. You don't see that much from him, but like to see it when you do.
Carter the pass to Kaminsky. And here is Bridges. Back to Kaminsky. It's stolen by Green. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Rubio against Carter. Gallinari down low. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
So the wing on the left. Bridges kicks to Booker. Four on the shot clock. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. The Thunder leading by 4. Pass to Gallinari. The second effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
When you're defending Gallo, you have to be careful because he is exceptional at drawing the defense into him when he's shooting.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first one falls.
You know, the Gallinari nickname, Gallo, did you know that's Italian for rooster? Look it up. It's fact.
The Suns making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Gallinari hits them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now here's Paul. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. A nice shot by Booker.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Jacks up a 3. And it's Gallinari missing. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Booker against Green. Now here's Booker. He's guarded closely. To the inside. Kaminsky. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
The Suns have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Seconds left to play here in the second quarter. From deep three-point range, no good there. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here, welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. Looking at the second quarter scoring, they had a slight edge. They really worked hard late in the half. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns' first half.
It's been a matchup disaster for them at the defensive end. They're having all sorts of trouble and giving up a lot of easy baskets. It's not too late if they could tighten it up and give a lot of intensity on defense.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Well, they've been great at creating good shots on a consistent basis. It's that simple. You win the game by easier baskets than your opponents. They've been doing that, and a good ball movement, good player movement, and good body movement is the big reason.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Now, here's Oubre. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander, Kelly Oubre out there with Mike Muscala. Then it's Ricky Rubio, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Oubre right there, just not afraid to take it at the defense.
And the self-described Tsunami Poppy. Kelly Oubre used to call himself the Wave, but as he grows, so too does the nickname.
Well, the wave for him is a metaphor for his life's approach, the energy that you put out coming back. And Kelly Oubre is the kind of guy who's looking to attack with force and fury. So that kind of ebb and flow is helping out his NBA career.
Free throw, good, Oubre. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Ball against Rubio. Oubre on the wing. They get it back. Carries it down low. Adams has got 7 points in the game.
Adams just continuing to grind it out, outstanding, staying after that possession, and then he grabs a second chance deuce.
Now here's Paul. He dishes it to Sharps. It counts, and the foul. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
The Suns have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. A nice shot by Gallinari.
And he's really mastered the catch and shoot as defenses try to close out. Hard to guard.
Here's Paul. Here's Ayton. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. He's got 8.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Rubio dishes to Adams. He kicks it to Gallinari. Offline with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Ball against Adams for the lead. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gallinari's got 21 in the game.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Sharch from outside off the mark. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 1. Ayton against Rubio. 6 to shoot. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Adams. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, a combination of muscle and some focus right there allows Steven Adams to collect another bucket.
Paul kicks to Booker from deep. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. And the rejection by Ayton.
Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
Here's Sharch. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. The Thunder leading by 3.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs, whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he could really punish some teams throughout the course of a regular season.
Here's Adams. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Paul passes to Booker. The 19-foot shot, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Booker's got 13 points. And some think that Ayton has a chance to be in a class with some of the great big men we've seen, be it Ewing or Robinson, Hakeem. I mean, those are very lofty standards. Brent, how does he get there?
It's a great question. I think when you talk about it, Kevin, you got to look at the defensive end. And those names that you just mentioned on a nightly basis were a force behind anybody on the perimeter. When they came into that house, it was defended. If Ayton gets there, he's got a big opportunity.
And Bones, Devin Booker capable of big nights. One of just a few players with multiple games of at least 59 points.
Well, he's always looking to put pressure on the defense, and he's got such a wide array of skills, not only shooting the basketball, but has shown off more of his patience and playmaking ability as he moves through his career.
First free throw is good.
And Devin Booker had surgery on that right hand back in the summer of 2018. Took the opportunity to work on his left hand, and ever since, his game has just gone to another level.
You wonder how much confidence, GA, he's had in making plays, not only scoring the ball with the left hand, but assisting with the left hand, and what that's opened up for him in terms of opportunities to be more effective as an offensive weapon. You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Green finds Noel. Back to Green.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
A relatively rare trip to the free throw line for Green, averaging just 1 attempt per game over the course of his career.
Carter, he's checked in for Booker. And he sinks the second. Suns trailing. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Paul with the ball, now guarded by Noel. Sharch has the open look. Phoenix no good that time either.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
The Thunder shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And the first one drops.
Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
All free throws good from Noel.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Now Paul. He's got 6. Ayton kicks to Paul. He got it up. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see whether he got it off in time, but with the benefit of replay, it seems pretty clear that the clock expired just before the release.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Thunder out in front, leading by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Suns, Ayton is out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Chris Paul. Then it's Johnson. And it's Carter in at the shooting guard.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Oubre. Here's Muscala. Right side, Green. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Check Diallo. He's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. On defense, the Thunder. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Clock at 6. That's a 2 from Paul. Oubre pulls it in. The Thunder leading by 4. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Oubre. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Suns. Baines has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Paul penetrating. Lays it up off the glass.
Some of the success to Chris Paul being able to drive has to do with his devastating mid-range game. He makes the defense play him honestly everywhere on the floor.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Noel finds Muscala. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Oklahoma City has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Baines, and the dunk by Baines.
This is why you love Chris Paul running your offense. Just move without the ball, find some space, and the ball will find you.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Noel. Oubre passes to Muscala. Green against Carter. Count it, good.
Yeah, not shaken at all. Green has hit a ton of big shots in big situations throughout his career. Difficult guy to rattle.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Paul. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Paul's got it all tied up now for the Suns. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Phoenix making some changes. Bridges comes in for Johnson. And it's Devin Booker in for Carter. And then for Oklahoma City, Alinari comes in for Muscala. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Danny Green. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Yeah, smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Danilo Gallinari.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey guys, well, Oklahoma City's coach had some advice for the team during the last break. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Devin?
Here's Bridges, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
If Bridges attacks with that kind of force, it's really hard to not foul him.
He hits the first one, and that gives him the lead.
Mikel Bridges is one of those guys who maybe is a jack of all trades and master of nothing, willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And it's Gallinari missing. The Suns have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Paul passes to Booker. Shoots it, and Adams sends it back. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Booker. Offensive rebound, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, he's such a big guy, Adams, but he does move quite well, and that helps his ability to get to the free throw line.
The first, that narrows the gap to 1.
And Steven Adams does all of the dirty work. I mean, all of it. A defensive anchor, and continues to play with tremendous energy on a nightly basis.
And so Adams nails both of them. Here's Booker. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Ball outside.
Got it! Remember that one. Guys maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Molinari with it. Over Saric. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Incredible shot by Gallo there. He lives for these moments.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Money!
This guy wants those kind of shots. That's Devin Booker. Wow.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 2. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. So here's Gallinari. To the paint. Here's Adams.
You wonder at times if the offense should explore Steven Adams a little bit more. He collects 2.
Phoenix calls timeout. The score knotted at 51. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Booker. Got it up in time. He made it. He gets it to go. Wow.
Down he goes at the buzzer. Boy, doesn't get any better than that.
Man, I'm just blown away. Absolutely as clutch as you can get. People are going to be talking about that shot for a long time.
And so it's Phoenix who's scraped by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.